Anxiety can be so debilitating. It's that feeling of just this insecurity within our body and mind where we don't really know what the future holds. The past is cascading into the present, and we're just feeling like we're in the middle of an ocean and there is no land in sight. And we're just swimming, just like, where do I go with this? It's not fun. And a lot of us are going through this in this crazy modern era because of environmental toxins. Maybe it's our physical body that needs to be cleansed. Perhaps it's relating to emotional stressors of the past that were unresolved and we're still working through. It could be quite spiritual. So it's a culmination of mental, physical, spiritual, colliding feelings. And so how do we work with this stuff? Well, do we suppress it with medications? Or do we address it? That's exactly what we're going to go through in this video, is 5 unique esoteric strategies that I've used to work through anxiety that help tremendously. And they really get to that root cause so you can go through life on the daily feeling more excited, rejuvenated, anxiety free. So let's dive into them. Hello, goofy goobers in crazy cyberspace. My name is Christian Van Camp. I'm a holistic lifestyle and performance coach, and I love all things nature. My page is all about natural living and vitality. Please subscribe for more goodness on all things physique, fitness, nutrition, mindset strategies. It is really potent what I cover because I really am all about the holistic lifestyle approach. There is no one linear thing within human beings. Everything is connected. Everything is connected. The very micro thing you put in your mouth down into your body affects every facet of your health, alongside every thought programming your reality. So that's what we talk about on CVC Wellness in this incredible channel. If you have any questions or ever want to reach out, please do on Instagram as well. I have a lot of great reels and videos on there alongside TikTok and Twitter. So follow me on all platforms. I keep up to date on a lot of these fun things and sharing this wisdom of ancestral health alongside modern science. So in this video, we're going to tap into some crazy great ways to work through anxiety. The first thing I want you to identify, the number one thing, is really diving into reframing the mindset. So instead of saying, I have anxiety or I am anxious, we are identifying with those words by saying I am anxious. The 2 strongest words in the entire planet, but the shortest, are I am. Anything that follows that, we are programming our reality. So number one thing is reframing your mindset. Instead of saying I am anxious or I have anxiety, just say I am feeling. Just that word feeling, adding that little word changes the whole entire meaning of that statement and how it feels within the body. I am feeling anxious right now, or I am feeling unsettled. When we say that feeling, it allows us to know that it is emotion, energy in motion, and it is passing through us, so we aren't fully identifying with it and living true to it long term. Another way to not suppress and address is by picking up the journal. I'm a huge fan of the journal. It's changed my life. For the past 3 years, I've been journaling near daily, all sorts of things, from gratitude. What am I grateful for? Something in your immediate environment you could gratitude journal about, or perhaps you could journal about a relationship you've had in the past or now that it has brought some fruitfulness in your life. You can journal about gratitude in an endless way. So journaling about gratitude, your goals, your visions, and making that clear cut from the metaphysical chaos into a physical plane with the words and writing it down, not just typing, really helps out a lot with anxiety and processing some of these emotions. It's basically your own free therapist you are working with that pen and paper. So pick up the journal, reframe your mindset. That's the first thing that you can do. The next thing you can do is tap into the physical body. One of my favorite statements and phrases of all time: control the mind with the body. Control the mind with the body. Don't try to control the mind with the mind. It doesn't go very well when we do that. So I highly encourage you to control the mind with the body by practicing breath work, getting in touch with your breath, analyzing right now. Is your breath shallow? Right this moment, is it shallow? Is it through the chest? Is it through the mouth? Are you mouth breathing? That can decrease oxygenation through your body and mind, and therefore it causes this sense of anxiety, unsettledness, right? This kind of fight or flight feeling. So practice that deep diaphragmatic nasal breathing. Tongue on the roof of the mouth activates that parasympathetic rest and digest nervous system as well. So tongue on the roof of the mouth, very light touch covering the most of the roof of the mouth. Breathing in through the nose, nasal breathing throughout the day, 4 seconds in, 6 seconds out. Great routine right there. There's many other breath works out there. You can research them. Also, cold therapy. Jump in some cold water. Get that cathartic switch from that regulated thermostat around 70 degrees. Jump in some cold water. Get that stimulus. You can look into the plunge. I'm big on that. Or taking a cold shower. That can make an immediate change in how you feel and building that empowerment and shifting that energy up by controlling the body. to control the mind. Lastly, I would say is heat therapy. So sauna, 3 to 7 times a week, jump in some cold water, or perhaps you take a cold shower and jump in a sauna. Maybe not jump in it, but sit in a sauna, sweat all these toxins out, which is good for your physical body and also calms the mind. Those are great strategies right there. Number 3 is related to movement and controlling the body to control the mind, shaking the body. This is cathartic shaking. So what we're gonna do even right now, you can just shake the body, plant the feet down on the ground, maybe ground it onto the earth. That's very calming on the nervous system and helps with anxiety. And just shaking things out, being loose, kind of being like one of those crazy looking gas station guys that flies around all crazy. Like that's literally what you can do. Shake all crazy, dance, move your body, practice some qigong. You know, these calming rhythm movements can really allow yourself to bring that serenity within the mind and nervous system. The reason anxiety happens is because the nervous system is imbalanced. There's something going on with that, so we can control that through movement and mindful movement. So practice some qigong, practice some shaking, just cathartic shaking, standing up. That is really helpful, getting some of the breathing in, like, you could do this at any time within the day, on your breaks from work, any time. For a minute, it could be 30 seconds, it helps immensely. So prioritize some of this natural movement to ease anxiety. I want to plug in this as well. One thing that's really good for anxiety and pretty much the most powerful antidepressant is lifting weights or practicing resistance training. Just pick up some heavy weights and challenge your body, especially as a man. Build some muscle. There's something very powerful about picking up weights and just challenging yourself to go through those rhythms and contracting those muscles. They release hope molecules. Your muscle fibers release hope molecules, which allow you to have an antidepressant feeling throughout your brain and body, the endorphins, right? So practice lifting weights as well, 3-4 times a week. That will help immensely with your anxiety. Number 4 is dialing in your circadian clock. As you see right now, I'm outside. It's a little cloudy, overcast today, but I am getting sunlight directly on my face, even if it's a cloudy day. Dial in your circadian clock. One of the best ways to help out with anxiety and depression is by dialing in your circadian clock. What do I mean by that? Waking up with the sun within 20 minutes of waking up, maybe within 10 minutes, even earlier. Get outside, get direct sunlight, not behind a window. Spend at least 10 minutes out there, and you can practice some of the shaking we talked about, some of the qigong, the movement, going on a run, lifting weights. Get outside, get that sun exposure right when you wake up, and try to dial in the circadian clock to wake up at the same time every single day. Because if you're waking up at 8 a.m., the next day it's 10, the next day it's 11, the next day it's 7, it's not good for your clock. We all run on a 24-hour clock. We all as humans run on a 24-hour clock. So it's really important to create that clock through light exposure and these light sun codes that come out. So get some sun exposure, dial in your circadian clock, try to go to bed around the same time every night as well, and turn off all that artificial blue light during the nighttime. This is so important, most powerful effect on your longevity. So dial that area in, the circadian clock, the sun exposure, and sleeping deep with that. Last but not least, a lot of these anxiety feelings come from the gut health. You ever get the butterflies in the stomach? That is your gut. That's your second brain. I like to say your first brain, but that's your second brain communicating with yourself, hey, something's off, something's going on, right? And so if we can really help harness a healthy microbiota, a microbiome, the 100 trillion bacteria within our gut, if we can feed them the goodness of healthy, nutritious foods, and also taking some corrective supplements that can help weed out the bad bacteria and put in some of the good. You may be familiar with a lot of probiotics on the market. There's tons of them coming up left and right. A lot of them are garbage. They don't actually work effectively. It's because they aren't spore-based, or they are really just not quality whatsoever. So don't ever buy supplements on Amazon. That's a good rule of thumb. And get spore-based ones. They have a great survivability within the gut, and they help refurbish and really clean out some of the bad guys and put in the good guys. I'm really big on Just Thrive. They have an incredible line of spore-based probiotics. They also have IgG, immunoglobulins, which include IgM, IgY. These are really powerful constituents that build up and rebuild the gut wall. A lot of us have leaky gut, which can cause anxiety. We have just imbalanced gut health. So we can rebuild this gut wall through probiotics and IgG. That's a great way to go. I also would mention a key supplement to finalize the end of this video is magnesium. Magnesium, over 70% of the population is drastically deficient in magnesium. This is causing anxiety. This is causing depression. This is causing poor bone mineralization. There's a whole host of enzymatic functions coming from magnesium, 400 plus to be exact. It's a macro mineral. So get your magnesium levels up by taking a supplement, and there's no backlashes to it besides having runny bowels. Your body will tell you, hey, you're getting too much by having runny bowels. That's it. There's no other backlashes to taking high dose magnesium. So every single day I take 400 to 800 milligrams, and I take Bioptimizer's Magnesium Breakthrough. It has all 7 forms of magnesium to fit in all those different areas and tissues of the body, from your muscle to your bone to your organs to your skin. So getting Magnesium Breakthrough in can help you out a ton. You can get it on sale, 10% off with code CVC Wellness at bioptimizers.com. Huge fan, been taking it for years. And same with the probiotics and IgG. I take that every day, and I can vouch for it over the past 4 months. It's really helped me out with bloating and just feeling more calm in my body. So there you guys have it. There's a whole host of things that you guys can do to tap into this holistic approach. You know, it's movement, it's dialing in your circadian clock, it's setting the intention, the why, and reframing your mindset. It's taking advantage of the cold and the heat, right? Breath work, and taking key supplements to rebuild the gut and help the nervous system out. If this helped you out, please subscribe, hit that notification bell icon so you don't miss any future videos coming out on my channel. And if you have any recommendations on future videos I can generate for you guys and manifest in this crazy realm and put it in cyberspace, let me know in the comments. Any topics, any things you guys would like me to cover to help you out on this health hike. I'll see you guys on the other side.